begins so quietly, with a name and a winter. I was born where forests stood, like watching walls of pine, in a house of wood and winter light, in a world of work and time. They wrote me down in careful ink the day they brought me through, and someone placed a simple coin, a mark the paper knew, a quiet sum, a passing note, so small it should have gone. Yet through the dust of all these years, that little trace lives on. The seasons taught me how to wait, the church, the shape of words. They wrote that I could read the lines, that faith in me was heard. I am more than a line in a book, more than ink on a trembling hand. Yet this is all that remains of me now, just a name you might not understand. I walked my days through work and love, through firewood, smoke and winterland, but all of it fades into silent lines. No page could hold what I once had. I grew beneath the turning years of prayer and field and snow, until the house that held us all began to loosen slow. One by one the old world changed, the family spread apart. Some went south, some crossed the sea, and I followed with a quiet heart. I left the place that made my name, young hands, a guarded will, to work in rooms that were not mine, where everything stood still. There are years no page could ever hold, no ink could make them stay. Some roads are kept in silence only, like snow that hides the way. I am more than a line in a book, more than ink on a trembling hand. Yet this is all that remains of me now, just a name you might not understand. I walked my days through work and love, through firewood, smoke and winterland, but all of it fades into silent lines. No page could hold what I once had. A wider town received my steps of stone and distant sound, and there I held new life at last, though no safe ground was found. I laughed, I cried, I feared, I dreamed, I watched small faces sleep. I held small hands that trusted mine through days so hard and deep. No one heard the life I held, no page could hold the whole, the weight of bread, the ache of loss, the keeping of a soul. Then farther still my road went on, to one more borrowed place, to work again, to build again, to try and steady grace. And there beside another heart, the running came to rest. was made from what remained, and for a while it held. But time is not a gentle hand, and illness does not wait. It moves in silence, slow and sure, and closes every gate. I am more than a line in a book, more than ink on a trembling hand. Yet this is all that remains of me now, just a name you might not understand. They laughed, they cried, they worked, they loved, through firewood, smoke and winterland. And now when you read these fragile lines, you hold a life the page could not, and though so little still remains, a coin, a trace, a name half missed. And if you hear these fragile lines, then for a moment I am not alone.